All right, it's about 10 minutes after the last video ended. I'm going to leave the glasses on. It's about 10 minutes after the last video ended. It's still Thursday, January 2nd. I'm sitting outside the shop, and I'm going to shut this thing off. Kill the background noise. So anyhow, what's left to do on Project Bumble Jeep? Obviously the carpet, and as I said earlier, I'm debating on whether or not to invest in Dynamat just for soundproofing, because it plays into what my plans are after this project is over. So what's left for Project Bumble Jeep? Lockers front and rear. Going to source those on Amazon. They seem to have the best price. Not sure what brand. There's a lot of different brands, and they range from like $250 to way up on the other end. And I'm using this mostly on road. So once the lockers are in, the new carpet's in. The paint. Let's talk about the paint. I want to finish the paint job, and the yellow that is from the aerosol cans that doesn't match, at least on the exterior parts. You may have noticed in the interior shots of the Jeep that the dash surround thing is painted yellow. I just tried it out. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not. I kind of do. It's my Jeep. I can do what I want with it. If you don't like it, tough nuggies. So finishing the paint. So the lift gate has to be repainted. The left front fender has to be repainted. The cowl area has to be repainted. And then, of course, the rest of the Jeep needs to be painted. And I don't know if I'm going to try and do it all in one shot. It depends on how much time I get off over the next couple of home leaves, or breaks, spring break, and then I don't even know how many we have left. I think we only have 2 breaks left now between now and graduation, maybe 3, and they'll be 1 week long. So, and I don't know if I'll be on duty, because the next 3 breaks, the students can opt to stay in the dorm over the break, which means I got to be in the dorm a lot. It's the way it works with boarding schools. So when I paint the rest of the Jeep, and I understand it's a Rust-Oleum paint job. It's not automotive paint. The only thing I'm doing, it's a single stage. I'm putting hardener in the primer and the color coat, and just because it dries better, and we'll see. I like the way it reacted with the hood and the right front fender when I painted them, and the grill and the parts that are still yellow on it. I like the way that worked. So when I paint this, I'm a little AR. So when I paint this, the doors are coming off. The lift gate will be coming off. The doors will be disassembled. The interior panels will come off. The glass will come out. And they're going to get yellow. The door jambs are going to be yellow. I have a little work to do on the hinge on the driver's door over here. The bottom hinge is rolled out, so if you're sitting in the passenger seat and you're looking down at the corner of the driver's door, you can see light through it. So I got to roll that hinge back in so the door seals on that corner on the weather stripping. Going down the road, I get a cool breeze in there. So anyhow, I want to edge the whole thing, jam it. Now the only thing, which means the rear side glasses are coming out, as well as the glass in the doors. So at that point, I'm going to be doing another little project, and that project will be window tint. These things are like a rolling greenhouse. They're wide open. This doesn't even have factory tint, and it is not even the lowest level tint. So going down the road, my other Jeep had tint all the way up to, the rear glass was tinted, the side glass was tinted, the rear door glasses were tinted and they were dark, and then the front the front doors were tinted, but they were about half of what the rest of the Jeep was. So it wasn't so much of a rolling greenhouse. I've heard lots of comments about on other Jeep videos, not on mine yet. I don't have a lot of comments on my Jeep, but so anyhow, window tint. That's going to be done while the glass is out of the vehicle, while it's getting painted, or while the paint's drying maybe. And I've done window tint before. I had an 85 Caravan that I tinted the glass in. Now, I didn't remove any of the glass in that to tint it. I just, there's a lot of good videos, tutorial videos on YouTube about window tinting and how it's done. And, I mean, some of those guys just bam, 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 bam. I seen a guy do a brand new Corvette. This was a couple of years ago, so it was like 16 or 17 Corvette. He did the whole car. Excuse me. He tinted the glass in the whole car, including the hatch glass, everything. In, I don't know, it's like half hour, 45 minutes. It was amazing to watch this guy work. I mean, he just boom, 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 boom. He just blew that thing out, and when it was all done, it looked amazing. But now this guy does it for a living. I don't do it for a living, so I'm sure it's going to take me more than 45 minutes to tint. And there's more glass in this than there is in a new Corvette, in any Corvette. 2 doors, 4 doors, rear glass, and the hatch. I know a lot of people don't tint the hatch because, for visibility, especially backing up at night. But I have floods in the back under the bumper for, wired into my backup lights, and they're done properly. I have a relay in there, so the backup lights are not powering. They're just the trigger. The power for the backup, the factory backup lights only triggers the relay. And the relay has a power directly from the battery, and it goes right into those LED floods in the back. And it's great backing up in this thing. There's no question what's behind you. I can do it with the mirrors. It's so bright back there. I don't have to, and I have a bad neck from a car accident years ago. But anyhow, so between the paint, the window tint, the new carpet, the front and rear lockers, that's going to be pretty much it for the Bumble Jeep. And, I know, I'm not fooling anybody that there's going to be more things down the road I want to do. But for now, that's as far as I want to take it. And the gas props on the hood too. What's one more little thing? So that'll get Bumble Jeep as far as I need to get it. Now, the next project on the channel, and I'm debating on whether or not, when I get to that point, I guess I'll cross the bridge when I get there, as to whether or not I want to change the channel name to be appropriate to that project. But basically what it's going to be, I'm 64, I'll be 65 in June. So 6 months, a little over 6 months from now, I'll be 65. I cannot collect full benefits until 66 and 2 months. So that means I'm going to be working the next 2 years. So what I've got to do in the next 2 years is save up a pretty significant sum of money. So the next project on the channel, drum roll, is going to be a cargo trailer camper. When I retire at 66 and 2 months, I want to be able to just go on the road and just relax, enjoy my retirement. But there's some requirements for a stealth camper. It's not going to be a giant stealth camper, because I'm going to be towing it with the Bumble Jeep, which should be interesting with a manual transmission. We'll see how that goes. I guess I got to practice towing some things. We have a little trailer over here I might try it with. But anyhow, it's going to be a 7-foot wide. I know that already. And it's going to be a minimum of 12 and possibly a 14-foot. Now, the thing I don't want, a twin axle or tandem axle trailer. And the reason why is It's going to be a camper. This is rated at 5,000, and that's when it was new, and that was a long time ago and many miles ago. I don't want to. I may end up. That might be part of the upcoming project on this too. Is I might end up just not that it's bad. It shifts fine, but maybe I'll start out towing a trailer with a brand new clutch. I've gone 300,000 miles, 320,000 miles on a clutch, and not done any harm to it. And I do the hill holders when I come up to a light and I'm sitting back. I slip the clutch to hold it there. I don't, put my foot on the brake. So, been driving clutch as long as I can. Well, almost since I have my driver's license, I've been driving stick shift. If it doesn't have 3 pedals, I don't want to buy it, even though my last Jeep was an automatic. But anyhow, again, I digress. So that'll be the conversion of that camper or cargo trailer into a camper is going to be, the next project on Project Bumble Jeep. That'll be my new home. And I have criteria. I have minimum requirements for that camper. And that's why I want a minimum of 12. If I have to order one new, which I'm hoping I don't have to, I hope I can find a 14 with a single axle. One of the first modifications is going to be, it's being towed by a Jeep. So give me a break. It's getting lifted. All right, there you go. I said it. I am going to lift a cargo trailer. And I've looked at the way the suspensions attach, and I think it's going to be pretty easy to do. I'm hoping to find one with an aluminum frame on it because I want to stay as light as possible. And that's another reason why I don't really need the second axle in there. They tow better with a second axle. They ride better with a second axle. But realistically, I'm not going to be back there while I'm towing it, so I don't really give a hoot, how it rides back there to a degree. Ride is going to be an issue, and the reasons for that are because of my criteria for the trailer. So first of all, it's going to have solar. It's going to have propane, probably 2 30-pound bottles on the front. It's going to have a comfortable bathroom in it. I've already thought about the bed. It's going to have a queen size bed in it. That is going to be variation on a Murphy bed. It's not going to fold up against the wall. It's going to retract up against the ceiling. Get it all the way out of the way. And so I'm looking for a 7-foot high trailer. And even if I'm buying new, adding an extra foot of height in there doesn't really add. It's a couple of $100 really. And then it's going to be insulated. It's going to have a couple of windows in it. And then the rest of the criteria is I have to be able to take, number one, my tech. So I have a 55-inch 4K that's going. I have a computer. I don't know. I may have mentioned this before or not, but I do CAD. I have a channel called the CAD Monkey on YouTube. Check it out if you get a chance. And I haven't posted anything in forever on that. It's been close to 3 years since I posted anything on that channel. But my goal is at some point in the near future is to start, posting more videos over on that channel as well. Tutorials, basically. My CAD software of choice is Inventor. So I have a lot of good stuff that I've that I've learned and taught myself over the years with Inventor. And I like to, stay current. So my tech, okay. So my computer is set up with 3 screens. I have 2 24s up top, and I have a 43-inch 4K is my main display for when I do my CAD stuff. And when I, binge on Hulu or YouTube or Netflix or Amazon Prime, it's nice to be able to sit. So that's got to have room for that. And then, of course, the other thing that I'm going to be uh, taking along is my tools. I'd be crazy not to. So the back, approximately 20 inches of the trailer, I want a ramp door. Now, I don't want barn doors. I want a ramp door, and I'm thinking about doing like I want the ramp door for extra living space. And so I'm thinking about designing, and I already have it in my head how I want it to work, but designing almost like a pop-up shelter on the ramp door that connects to the back of the trailer. So when I flip the ramp out, if it's a 7-foot ramp, then if I have a 12-foot trailer, now I have a 19-foot trailer, because 7-foot a ramp, 6.5 realistically. So I have an 18-foot trailer. And I don't, that'll be more for summer use, because if I build it the way I'm thinking, it's not going to be insulated. It's just going to be protection from the weather. And when I say the weather, I mean rain. So that'll be interesting. And the tools are going to go in the back along with the controls for the solar, electric. I figure I'll have the water storage tanks, and I'd like to have 50 gallons of fresh water on board, but that's a little bit excessive. And then again, it's putting the weight up, the overall weight of the unit. So again, I'm towing with a 95, 10, 20, 25-year-old Jeep. All but 25-year-old Jeep. Oh, no, it's 25. I have to look at the date of manufacture, but the Jeep is now 25 years old. So I'll be towing with a 25-year-old vehicle with over 200,000 miles on it. And I'm not going to be in any hurry. I actually came up with the idea for the YouTube channel for that before I did Project Bumble Jeep. And it was going to be called Chasing Sunshine. And basically just take a leisurely drive around the country. There's a lot of states yet in the United States that I haven't seen. I can, if I need to work along the way, I'll have my CAD workstation there. I'll have my tools if I need to wrench a little bit, either on this or for somebody else. So, and I like warm weather. This cold doesn't bother me. I'm in flip-flops right now, and it's probably, who knows? It's, not quite freezing because the puddles don't have ice on, but it's, down in the 30s. And I wear flip-flops in the wintertime in the snow. So, but I still like warm weather. I'd prefer to be warmer rather than cooler. So, that's the main criteria for the camper, though. I want to be able to take my tech and my tools. I want to have a comfortable bathroom. I'm not saying I need a bathtub, but I want a comfortable shower. I don't want to feel like I'm, crowded in while I'm taking a shower. I want to, have room. So at this point, there is no traveling companion in the picture, but every day is a new day. You never know. I would not be against the idea of having a traveling companion with me. Just to answer your question, female traveling companion. And it might add interesting things to the, the content for that channel once I take off, once I get the trailer build done and I retire and I go on the road. So we'll see. But anyhow, that's basically it. I want to be comfortable. I like to cook, so I need to have a decent kitchen in there, decent sleeping area. And there you go. That's my criteria for a cargo trailer camper. And it's starting to get dark, and so anyhow, this video is all but 20 minutes long. So any comments or questions, feel free, ask me anything, be nice. I got a couple of guys that disagreed with my toolbox paradox video about, you know, what you pay for tools. And hey, it's your money. Spend it how you want. I don't care. I spend my money the way I want to, and you're not going to tell me how to spend my money, and I'm not trying to tell you how to spend your money. Any information that I shared in that video was strictly information and my humble opinion based on my experience, you know, over the years wrenching. So, yeah. If you find my videos entertaining in any way or informational in any way, like, subscribe, share. I'm up to 15 subscribers. Thank you all, by the way. So, yeah, there you go. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Thanks for liking and sharing my videos, and subscribe, you know, for your subscriptions to my channel. I appreciate it. So Happy New Year, and God bless. See you all in the next one, or you'll see me in the next one.